All right, hi folks. This is Larry Mussolino. I wanted to do an example of a moving average forecast for MM305. This is from Unit 9. And so I'm here in Hawk's Learning, and I have a typical example up on the screen here. And this is asking us to look at this data set, which is a yearly data. And it's asking us to come up with a 2-period moving average for the year 2007. So what that means is, looking at this year 2007, how could we come up with a forecast based on an average of the previous 2 years? So when they say 2-period, we really have to ask ourselves, what period are we using in this example? Well, I could see this data is organized on a yearly basis. So really, this means a 2-year moving average. Well, the way I could do that is take the 2 previous years, here it is 2005, 2006, and average these numbers together. And of course, I could just do that on a calculator, but I want to show you how to use Excel for this kind of analysis so that when you get to other examples, you can use Excel and get quick and efficient results for this kind of forecasting. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Live Binder, and I'm going to open up an Excel spreadsheet specifically designed for moving averages. Let me do that. I'm going to come to our course, and I'm going to come down here to Unit 9. Here's Unit 9 Live Binder. And up here in green, you can see it says Excel Workbook. So I'm going to click on that. And notice there's 3 options, either weighted moving average, or exponential forecasting. These are 3 different methods of forecasting that we're discussing in Unit 9. Well, our example is moving averages, so I'm going to open that spreadsheet up. All right, so let me open this up. And one thing you might notice is when you open up a spreadsheet like this, you might have this Enable Editing button up on the top here. So I'm going to click Enable Editing so that I can make changes to the spreadsheet. All right, now, let me show you around the spreadsheet so that you can understand how this is organized. Well, first thing is, please notice on the very bottom of the spreadsheet are these different tabs. Here's a tab that says 2-period, 3-period, 4-period, 5-period, and so on. So what you have to do is click on the tab based on the number of periods that you want to calculate the moving average for. In our example, it said use a 2-period moving average. So what that means is I'm going to come down to the very bottom here, and I'm going to click here where it says 2 periods. All right, now, in this cell, notice it says number of periods to be averaged. Well, it's automatically populated to be 2 because Excel knows that I want to do a 2-year moving average. And in this green column right here, I want to enter the data from our example. So let me put this side by side with our example, if I can here, just to show you how I'm going to get started. So what I want to do is copy this data into Excel, and I'm going to start typing just to show you the setup. So our first data entry in the table is the year 2000. So I'm going to type that there. And the data said 17,059 deaths. The next year was 2001. And I'm going to enter that as 17,530. So basically, I'm just going to copy this data table from Hawk's Learning into this green column in Excel. I'm going to pause the video here while I just continue to enter this data into Excel, and then I'll come back in just a second. So let me just pause. All right, so I've copied this data set into this green column in Excel. Now I'm ready to answer the question that Hawks is asking us. It says, find the 2-period moving average for the year 2007. Now in this Excel file, the moving average forecast is shown here in this orange column. We're specifically interested in the year 2007. So I'm going to come down to this row for 2007, and I'm going to come over here and look at this number in the orange cell. That's the forecast for the year 2007. So this is our answer to the Hawks Learning question. I'm reading the Hawks Learning question about the rounding instructions. It says round your answer to 1 decimal place. All right, so I think we have our answer of the forecast for the year 2007. It's 12,850.5. So again, I'm copying that answer from the orange column for the year 2007 because that's what this Hawks Learning problem asked me about. Okay, so that was the correct answer. Now, in some Hawks Learning problem, there might be a button that says open up the data set in Excel. So on some problems, you can easily copy and paste data into Excel. This problem didn't have that, that option, so I just went ahead and copied manually. Let me go back for a second to this question. Now, this question might have been worded a little differently. It might have said, the question might have been, find, let me write out an alternate question. Here's a new question. Find a 2-period moving average for the next time period. Well, when they say the next time period, what they mean is come over here to the end of this table. And let's say we wanted to predict for the year 2009. I want to know what is a prediction for the number of deaths in the year 2009. Well, all I have to do to answer that is come to the Excel spreadsheet. And now I want an estimate for 2009. So I'm going to come to this row for 2009 and come over and read the forecasting result in this orange box. So the answer to this question would have been 17,652.5. All right. Let me go to the next question in Hawks Learning, because the next question is going to be similar, but just change the moving average time period. So let me go to the next question. And the next question says, it looks like it's the same data set here, same table, but now it says find the 3-period moving average for the year 2007. So what they're asking me to do is come up with an estimate for 2007. I'm going to cross this number out. That number is the actual observed data, but we want to know what is the forecast. And they're asking me to use 3 periods. Well, the previous 3 months would be 2004, 2005, 2006. So really what I could do to answer this question manually is add these 3 numbers together and divide by 3. That would give me a moving average for the year 2007 for 3 years, the past 3 years. But again, I want to let Excel do this for me. Well, notice this problem is asking about a 3-period moving average. So what I need to do then is I need to go to Excel and click down here where it says 3 periods. Well, I'd like to copy and paste the data that I've already entered. So let me go back to 2 periods, and I'm going to copy this data and enter it onto this 3-period worksheet. I'm going to delete these rows because we don't need these anymore. So I'm deleting those rows. All right, so now this is a 3-period moving average. Notice Excel already has this populated as saying 3 periods. And we want the forecast for the year 2007. So I'm going to come here to the row for 2007, come over to this orange column, and here is my answer in this orange cell. Hawk says round to 1 decimal place, so it looks like our answer is going to be 14,493.3. So I'll enter that answer in the box here. So notice Excel will calculate the forecast for any one of these years, including 2009. 2009 would be if they asked me for the next period in this table. Okay, I hope this is helpful to show you how this Excel file in Live Binder can be used to come up with these moving average forecasts. Please let your instructor know if you have any questions.